Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin today's video. We're going to be taking a look at LG's G4, which is their entry into the high-end phone arena. This is my first impressions of it so far. I've been using the device for just over a day. I will be doing a full review, which of course will be going into much more detail with the signal quality, camera and so on. But still, I have a fairly good indication of the device so far, and I've got to say that I really like it. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the specifications, while of course you can see the device playing in the background. We can just kind of see the GUI and the navigation. So the phone is utilizing a 5.5 inch screen, which is running at 2560 by 1440, better known as 1440p, which means you're getting a rather nice 538 pixels per inch, which is pretty damn impressive. In fact, you can't really find any signs of pixelation. It's not utilizing the exact same technology as the G3, despite the fact that the resolution and screen size are the same as the G3. The G4 is using an IPS LCD screen, which is using quantum display technology. In a nutshell, it just means that it's using a mixture of both blue and white backlights plus color filters to improve the output color of the device. By the way, this is also an article. If you want a lot more photos of the phone and you want more information, especially of the specifications, then do go ahead and check out the link in the video's description. Moving on, I have to say that I was quite impressed by the build quality of the phone and the call quality as well. I want to spend just a moment to discuss the call quality because a couple of people have asked me about this. So testing regarding the call quality as a whole, it's very, very good. If you're coming from a medium range phone, you're going to definitely notice the difference when you move to this one. And even on loudspeaker, it's incredibly impressive. I actually left it in my kitchen on top of a microwave purposefully. Obviously the microwave wasn't on. Went into another room with the door half closed, and the other person, which is Amy from the channel, she could still hear me absolutely crystal clear. There was a bit of echo, of course, but that's still very impressive. And a couple of other phones I've done testing with this, forget it. They couldn't even slightly, well, she couldn't even slightly understand me, so that's definitely a good sign. I've called other people as well, and they have definitely remarked that the phone call quality is up a few notches. First impressions of the signal are definitely favourable. For example, my gym has pretty poor reception. I'm still getting 4 to 5 bars. But I do want to do more testing on that before I give it the 5 out of 5 stars. The main reason is I want to test it in London, the undergrounds, which have pretty piss poor signal, to be totally honest. I do want to spend a moment with the LG G4's camera. It's a rear facing 16 MP and the front facing camera, the selfie, is 8 MP. Now LG are really focusing on the camera with this device, if you excuse the expression. It actually uses the laser focusing module. Don't worry, you're not going to laser someone in the eye. And it basically uses this to fire an IR beam, which the phone can use to calculate how far an object is or person away from the phone. It works extremely well, and it does mean that autofocus on this phone is actually really impressive. And all of the photos and videos that I've taken with this phone are using autofocus, and I've deliberately made sure that I'm not putting in much effort to stabilize the camera and so on, just so you can kind of see what a throwaway snap rather than the best possible scenario for the phone's camera would be. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. Regarding the phone's performance, it does carry 3 GB of RAM, has micro SD card capacity up to 200 GB if that's what you want to put in, and internal storage of 32 GB, although 20-ish is available for users. And the actual processor is a hexa-core Snapdragon 808. So if you're running Geekbench, you're going to be getting around 3529 multi-core, which isn't bad. An Ice Storm Unlimited will score 18,516. To put this into perspective, a HTC One M9 will get around 4200, which is obviously a higher number in Geekbench, but I would hasten to add, you'll probably not notice it in general day-to-day use. Overall, so far, I'm extremely happy with the device. As I said, we'll be performing more tests over the next couple of days so that you get a much more in-depth opinion, but I wanted to share this with you just so you can kind of know what I think of the phone so far, for those who have been asking me on Facebook. Furthermore, of course, it'll be much better when we actually do some underground testing, and I'll also grab some photos of faraway objects and some sightseeing stuff in London as well, so you can kind of get to see things in a wider perspective. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.